Hello and welcome. It is Asabia here again. If you have any promotions that you're doing this Easter, you can quickly watch this video and then get it out there. Okay, so you can promote your business and then of course make more incomes and get lots of people to see you. If you join my workshop, okay, this will be very familiar to you, but if you didn't, I have posted the video on my channel, Ask Asabia. Just type Ask Asabia in Google and it's going to take you there, or just go to YouTube and type Ask Asabia. Okay, then you can watch my full tutorial on Canva. Now today we are going to design an Easter flyer or an Easter promo for our clients. So let's just begin. Now you just go to your Canva. So you go to canva.com. We are there already. Okay, so we want to open a new one. We can just come to templates and then choose a post. We just want to do an Instagram post, or better still, you can even do a card. Okay, so if you want to send a card, you can do that, but this time you're doing a post. So let's just get started. I'm going into my folder. Let me go to my Ask Asabia folder, and then I have what I call standard posts. Okay, so let's just go down here. Okay, good. So I have an empty sheet that I will be starting with. Now these are templates that you can use, okay, but this is what we are going to do. We are going on to Google and then look for a paid design, and we'll come back to Canva and come and do it ourselves or something closer to that. Okay, so always aim for the best. So let's go to Google. Okay, so that's Google. You just type in Happy Easter Designs. Okay, so these are some wonderful designs that we could easily do them with Canva. Okay, so let's see, let's take this one. This is quite difficult a little bit, so we're going to do, it's quite simple. It's for sale. I mean, it's for sale, so if you're able to do this, I mean, you're good to go. So we're going to do something like this, something similar to this, and then put a picture here, probably not the same picture, but this is the outcome we are going to look for. So this is more like our blueprint, not exactly, but we can still continue. So let's just go back here. Now this is what we need. We need this pattern here. So now you can do this. You can right click and then save this image. So let's save this image. Okay, I'm saving it into my Ask Asabia gallery. Good. All right, so then I go to my post, and then let me just upload the picture. I come to upload and click and drag this picture in here. All right, so it comes with all the watermark and that. So this is how it looks. That's not what we're looking for. We just brought this just so we can pick the color from it. So we are going to do this part of it. How do we get that? Let's go to elements. So elements, we can pick a grade, a shape. Okay, so you can go to your shapes and go to all shape, and then probably pick this, but you realize it's a gradient, so we can go to gradients. So these are gradients. See all gradients. Unfortunately for us, we don't have it. All these ones are linear. We need a radial one. We don't have any here, but we are going to fake our way through it. Let's see. So let's pick this one. Okay, so we pick this one, and then we can now change the color. Okay, so this becomes our darker area. Let's just turn it that way. Okay, so let's turn, oh sorry, let's turn it. I could have just do flip and then I'll be good to go. So you could turn it, still not exact. Let me just turn it like this. Okay, good. Then let's go to the picture. So well, before we do that, let's duplicate this one. No. Okay, let's, after turning it, let's just go to the picture, the color. go to the color. Then before we can get those colors, we'd have to let the system recognize that we are going to use that color. So let's go to upload, and then just upload this one. We're using it, we're just checking the color. So let's click on this, go back to color. Okay, so the darker area, you see it has picked the color from it for us. So this is the color, that's that. Okay, okay, let's use this, let's use the same color for this part. Alright, so now let's change this lower part. How do we do that? We want to reduce that because it's a gradient. We don't want it to have the same thing, so it should just look a little bit whiter. Okay, okay, I think we're getting it. Not too white. Okay, I think this one can be a little bit darker. I didn't pick it correctly, but we're trying to force the thing in, so let's get it darker. Okay, I think we are very close now. Alright, now that we have it this way, let's just delete this. So I just clicked and I press delete. So you can then click on this copy, Control C, Control V to paste, and I want to flip this one too. So I'm going to flip it vertically so that the edges will be together. Then I just want to position it this way. Okay, so we got something a little bit closer. Let's put it on the edge so it looks kind of together. Move it up a little bit. Just by using your up and down arrow keys, you can move it up or move it down. Okay, but when you hold shift with your up, it moves an inch, but when you use just the arrow keys, it moves a pixel. Okay, let me move it out and see. Okay, so that's fine, there's one space. Let's move it one pixel up, and good, I think we are clean now. Alright, so now what I want to do is now I want to group it. Okay, so I have grouped it. I highlight and then click on group, and all I need to do is make sure I position it in the middle. Alright, now we realize it's tilted a little bit, so let's tilt it. So how do we get that tilt done? To do that, once we have it selected, we have our arrow here. We can then tilt it a little bit and then click and move it. Oh yeah, so that's it. I think it should be a little bit wider, so let's stretch it and then move it out. Okay, this part is showing, so let's stretch it a little bit. Okay, move it back up. Good, now you're good, you're getting there. Okay, so you realize there's a shadow behind it. Let's see how we can get that there. Unfortunately, like I said, Canva is not like Photoshop. You could have just done give it a backdrop, a shadow behind it, just in Photoshop. But here we can still make it work. Let's go to Elements and then choose the circle here. Let's see what we can do, the trick we can do with this. Now let's change the color to a darker, maybe like a grayish color. That's green. Let's do gray, like so. I'll pick this one too. Now reduce the opacity, transparency. Let's reduce the transparency. Okay, and then now let's position it. Let's move it backwards. Okay, so backwards, position backwards. Now let's move it inward a little bit. Let's move it inside a little bit. Okay, now let's reduce the opacity. Reduce the opacity and move it back in. You can then stretch it. It doesn't matter if it goes beyond your design, because you're just trying to achieve something. So it can really go beyond your design. That's why it's important to do it on a PC. It's much easier on a PC than it is on your phone. Yeah, however, you can always begin on the PC and then conclude on your phone. Yes, so something like that. Okay, let's make it a little bit darker. Let's do darker because it's a gradient. Let's do darker. Increase the opacity. Did it turn dark? I think I'm not seeing the darkness. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Alright, I think we should just do something else. So we can also do this. I mean, not exactly like that, but something close. So we can copy this and then paste it one more time. And now that's what we do. Let's change the color for this one. So let's make this color darker and make this one too darker. Okay, now push this back on it. Okay, so once we have this here, we can then reduce the opacity or the transparency for this one, just to make it look up here as if it's a shadow. Okay, then we move a little bit. Okay, it's just an illusion we're creating there. Okay, that it's got a shadow behind it. I think that's fine. Next, we want to do our text now. Pretty much everything is done. Pretty much. So all we need is the text now. So you just press your T and let's write happy. Okay, so you do it one element at a time. So we're doing happy first. Happy. So happy. Okay, I can zoom in for you to see. So we're doing happy first. So happy. Now we want it to be upper cases. So all we need to do is click here and then go to more and click on this, and boom, it turns to upper cases. We don't need to go and delete anything. So we then come and change our color to white. Okay, looking quite okay. All right, if we don't like the font, we can change the font to something like this to make it look quite straight. Okay, now that we have this, we are satisfied with this, we just copy and paste. Then we drag it all the way down. Just make sure it's aligned properly using your grid. Okay, so we're going to change this to Easter. If I get my spelling right, Easter. Yes, that's it. We move it, position it well. Now let's go back to the design and see we have sales. Okay, so the Easter is quite smaller than the sales. So let's just hoops. Okay, did you see what just happened? I was trying to move and I was trying to highlight and I actually move this. So to avoid that, I can click on this and then lock it. Okay, so now when I try highlighting, I'm not going to move it. Okay, so I am going to highlight just this, and that's all I need to highlight. Now I realize it has highlighted the one behind it, so I'm also going to select the one behind it, and then lock that one too, so that it doesn't get highlighted. So I can just highlight this. Okay, it is by highlighting I can just hold and drag it in just to reduce the size. Yes, that's my son, he's sleeping. Okay, so then we've got to do sales. Now just press T on your keyboard and then type sales. Like I said, don't worry about the caps log, so we can just do sales, and then we can just go here and make it upper cases, and then let's move it all the way here. Drag this inner circle, this outer circle, like so, just to increase the size. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? All right, now that we have it this way, sales, I think it's too big. We can then come here and then try and get font that looks a little bit a little bit. I wanted to use my American accent. That's funny. A little bit. Okay. Not cool. So you can take your time and look through these. Okay, this would do. And tone would do. This would do. Let's just change the color to white one more time. Okay, so that's standing out there. So we can just increase. Let's increase this a little bit. All right, so we've got that, we've got this, and the next thing you're going to do is put this let's go to Google. Okay, it says up to 50% off. If that is what you're given, I mean, you can just stick to this design. Okay, so we're going to do that. Just press your T, and we're going to first do the up, and then enter, and then do the 2. Okay, again, you don't have to clean, just move it somewhere here. We want it to be upper cases, so let's go to the text, change it to upper cases, and then this didn't change, so let's change that to upper cases. Okay, good. Then we can reduce the sizes of everything. I mean, so we select the 2, and then we can then pick a size. Let's say 14. That's too small, so I mean 28. Okay, and then we can reduce the line height by coming here to the spacing and then pull this backward. Okay, just for it to look close. Oh, good to go. I'm just using my arrow keys to move it a pixel down to give a proper alignment. All right, now we can then change the color. So we click on this and click on the color as well, and the color we want. Let's go back to the design. Okay, so we have 50. So now we are coming to type of 50. Let's just copy and paste this one. And here we come somewhere here, double click, clean, and then type 50. All right, now we stretch it up using the rounded corners. Okay, all right. Okay, now let's change the font. Let's make the font a little bit thinner, like that. That looks better. So we can just move this here. Okay, looking great. The next is percentage off. So let's just copy this one more time. So we can do copy, Control C, V, Control V, or Command V. All right, it's pasted here. Double click inside. Triple click, double click, triple click. Okay, so we're just going to type a percentage, then we hit enter, and then we're going to do off. Okay, I bet you can do this under 1 minute. Oh, so no, that's two. Maybe like 10 minutes or something. And especially if you have it planned out, you shouldn't spend more than 30 minutes doing this. Yes. Okay. So I guess we're good to go. Now we're going to look for a wonderful design that we're going to put here. Okay, it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but before that, let's highlight everything. Let's be sure it's aligned properly. Let me see. This one can stretch this a little bit, and then change the fonts for this. So let's click outside, select everything. Let's use the same fonts as we used. Consistency, and then increase. Okay, reduce. Now position. Okay, so I guess it's in the middle, so let's highlight everything and then move it to the middle of our cells. Okay, what can we do? Let's move it a little closer. So I'm just using the left arrow keys, moving it up and down just to be sure I'm positioned it well. Had to change this font to that. Okay, look, a little turner. Okay, that looks kind of better. Increase the size. No, increase the size. Increase the size, and then increase the 50 a little bit. Position it well. Now we have it straight and clean. Okay, sorry about that. Now I can then highlight just that and drag it, position it well. Okay, like we have it like this. Okay, so we're pretty much close. Okay, this font is bold already. This one's also bold already. I think it's cool. Let's now go to Pixlr. Now, Pixbay, we're going to look for a picture. So you can just come here and type Easter and then look for a picture. You can use a cross if you want to. You can use the egg. Jesus died to give us his life. That's new life. So that's how I explain this anyway. So that's a new life. So that's the egg. And we've got a new life in us. Yay! I am the righteousness of God. Because what did he do? He died and he took my sin and he gave me his righteousness. Yes. So I've got to look for a new life to be able to do that. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, I think I like this. What do you think? This also looks cool. Okay, let's do this. So you click on this. These are free but quality pictures. They're quality pictures that you can use. You can then download it. And it's asking me whether I'm a robot. I'm accessory. I'm not a robot. Okay. So let's go back to our post and then click and drag this into our library or media library. Now that we have it here, we can just drag it and put it here. No worries. All we need to do is just right click and do replace background. Yay, we've got it, but it's unfortunate it's not showing everything. Okay, so I think we should do a different design. Maybe we can do this one. So let's move this one instead. So we can replace the background. Right click and replace background. Boom. Good. So let's make sure majority of the colors are showing. Blue is showing, red is showing, and good. Hooray! That is how simple you can do this. And if you've got your logo, you just paste it on it. Let me pick one of my logos. So that's my logo. Copy and move all the way down here and paste. Okay, so once you see this, you know it's coming from Sabia. Okay. So what I'm giving to you is this tutorial to be able to create one for your customers. Okay, so that's my gift for you this Easter. Happy Easter to you all. Enjoy this Easter knowing that someone took your place. Who is the person? Jesus. He took your place on the cross. He took your place. That's the exchange he did. He took our sins and gave us his righteousness. So therefore, we are righteous forever. Okay. Because it's no longer us. It is a new life that is in us. I'm just looking for a comfortable place to put this. I think I can put this here. Yes. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed this. Hope to see yours. Hope to see your design. Thank you. And this is Ask Asabia. check out my other videos. Check out the detailed CANVA designs. You can do one, just write Happy Easter to your client. You don't have to do any sales. I mean, just Happy Easter. But using all these tools, you should be good to go. It's Asabia, and all you need to do is just relax and ask. See you. Bye bye. Do also subscribe to my channel so I can be doing more and more of this. In this month of April, I'm looking at having 500 more subscribers, so I want you to help me do that. Like I said, my vision is to make the digital space a comfortable place for you, your friends, and your family. So let's do that by having people watch this video, subscribing to my channel as well. Have a blessed and a wonderful Easter. Bye bye.